Hi everyone, my name's Aaron Pickett. I'm an experienced corporate lawyer, executive and non-executive director. Over my career, I've worked at some of the leading international law firms, nearly 10 years before transitioning to executive and non-executive roles, non-executive director roles in growth companies over the last 10 years. On a personal note, I'm Christchurch born and bred and have recently returned home after nearly 20 years away with my young family to raise Kiwi kids. But also to try and make a really positive impact on the regeneration of Christchurch, which is my hometown, and being part of the Chamber Board is hopefully one way I can do that. Why am I standing for the Chamber Board? Well, I think the greatest asset of the Chamber Board as opposed to the Chamber itself is its power of advocacy and to influence, government, bureaucrats and other key stakeholders on behalf of its local businesses, who often don't get a seat at the table. I mean, that's the key aspect of being a board member that I really want to leverage and ensure the Chamber is not passive but really active and results orientated. Christchurch is in a trying time. We've got a long way to go, but we can't save ourselves to prosperity. We need to grow ourselves and we need to attract investment and talent to do that. And we also need to advocate local government to help incentivise and support that. So in terms of personal attributes, I promise to bring passion and energy. I'm a very results, outcomes focused person, and I won't be taking this position to merely occupy the numbers in the position. In terms of the skills and perspective, in addition to my legal experience, I've spent the last 10 years transforming a group of localised healthcare businesses which were fragmented with an earnings of roughly $20 million to a leading global organisation in healthcare with earnings of more $170 million, which is about 8 times the size over that period. So I'm not merely an advisor. I've worked inside of businesses and I know what businesses need and I know what investors need and how to attract them. In addition to that, I've worked closely with government in negotiating partnerships, so I also understand how they think and how to influence them. So if you combine that experience with my board experience, I feel like I can really bring something positive to the table as a representative of Chamber members. So I think as a collective, the biggest challenges are attracting new investment and attracting new talent. Council is currently allocating the last 40 million of the 300 million set aside by government, and we only have to look out the window to see that there's a long way to go in the regeneration. So unless we want to live in car parks, we're going to need to attract new investors, and new investors need new talent, and local businesses who want to grow also need to attract that new talent. Both are really intertwined. So new investment, new talent. The biggest opportunity for our businesses over the next 5 years, if you look at local individual businesses, I think it's producing world-class goods and services that they can take globally. Finding the new Ryman's Healthcare, who started here in Christchurch, still got their head office, but now half of their business is in Australia. And as a collective, collection of businesses, we need to support and birth new industries that's going to underpin the growth, both our economic and social growth, for the next generations. Is Christchurch the new tech hub of New Zealand or Southern Hemisphere? With the right support and systems in place, those sort of things are really achievable. It's a point I've touched on already, but in addition to doing the great work and supporting Christchurch businesses and Canterbury business on a day-to-day basis, I think we really need to leverage and harvest the positive reputation and influence of the Chamber to influence government and other key stakeholders, to create the right incentives and structures to support that growth and attract new investment and attract new talent. And that's what I'll be taking the board position to hopefully achieve. Thank you.